Not today. When I say now olori buni ashiri enya koshibero, I don't get any sense to use to think. So if you call some of them will now say, you this bastard, you this Omale, you are olori buruku too, you this mayegun, God go punish you, God go shake any. Meanwhile, everything where they say to me, is actually happening to them. Because if you want to say patriotism, you don't understand what is patriotism. Patriotism is to be patriotic to your country and everybody working against the interest of that country and the people there, which is exactly what your politicians are doing. Everything they are doing is to work against you, okay, to keep you underdeveloped. So you, as a patriotic Nigerian, anybody where they work against your progress, against the progress of Nigeria, which is what this APC represent, anybody where they be like that, supposed to be your enemy. You're not supposed to befriend them. You're not supposed to defend them. If you know, say you get mental problem. Now, if you don't understand what patriotism means, in Yoruba land, they say now they use the left hand to point his own father's house. But today, majority of you, your father's house, they have become desolate. And the people that have turned your father's ancestors, your father's descendants, and the people like you, those who have turned you into slaves in your own supposed country, they also come from some of this. They also come from all of this ethnic tribe and all of these places. So they ganged up and they decided to make all the ethnic nationalities in Nigeria poorer. So who is bastard? If you don't understand patriotism, that they are not patriotic. Now, if you now want to say who is bastard, somebody will destroy your own father's house. Those who looted Nigeria, those who actually broke the law of Nigeria, the criminals who have activated a state capture, where crime is now legal in Nigeria. Those people who are supposed to build a virile country, an upright country, a prosperous country, a very united country, and a very hardworking, productive country that has something to offer. 63 years. They built a shanty and isolated their concentration camp, the poverty capital of the world. Abi, those who built that, they want to be respected, and you don't call them bastard, Abi. You don't think they are bastards. Those who destroyed Nigeria and destroyed Nigerians to what it is today, you don't think they are bastards. Don't you think they come from every tribe too? They come from the north, they come from the south. They are Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, Yoruba, Efiki, Joy, Bibi, Otifi, and then Shekiri. Everybody from everywhere. Those people are there who destroyed Nigeria today. So if they talk about patriotism, even if they're not patriotic to Nigeria, maybe they come from all of our ethnic nationalities. You have Yorubas, you have Igbos, you have Hausas, you have Egun, you have everybody there, Abi. And there are those who are saddled with building a country that work for everybody, Abi. Now, they haven't done that. You can't turn around, can't call other people bastards because they have decided never to be associated with those criminals. Those mongrels or mongrel. Abanika pronounced that. Those who told you to adjust because you have to pay sacrifices, but they are very much busy plundering your commonwealth. I mean, Bakano said something similar. You remember?
A government that is asking the poor to tighten their belts cannot afford a bloated waistline. A reduction in the size of government will ultimately translate to a reduction in the cost of governance. By nominating 48 ministers, the president is about to set a record for the highest number of ministers since 1999. This is not the kind of record expected of a supposed reform-minded government. In a world of cutting-edge nations, in which governance is becoming lean and agile, what does the president need 48 ministers? Or a cabinet of close to 70 persons for, other than the distribution of patronage? It is hypocritical for a government that has subjected Nigerians to untold hardship by adopting neoliberal policy prescriptions to then turn around and expand the size of government, thereby violating a core aspect of the same neoliberal principles. That, Mr. President, does not constitute genuine reforms. It is governance by political convenience. Truth be told, certain ministerial appointments and that of the current APC chairman by consensus illustrate the error that proceeds from the ruler, as stated by the preacher in Ecclesiastes chapter 10, 5-7. He reads, and I quote, "There is an evil I've seen under the sun as an error proceeding from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, while the rich sit in a lowly place. I've seen servants on horses, while princes walk on the ground like servants." It does appear, Mr. President, that by your appointments, there's a reward for bad behavior and mediocrity in our polity.
It's as simple as that. Let's take the message and leave the messenger, please. Because now so that they do, but this one was very clear. Nigeria is bleeding. And you can see all of the appointments they are making. And as you can tell, it is for political patronage, Abi. Oh yeah, Yusuf, come and shop. Oh yeah, Yusuf, take. But the same people are telling you, you have to sacrifice. We are working very much to make sure that everything change. Now all these things are small baby walk. Una go balance soon. Una no go balance anywhere soon. Like this man said yesterday.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ẹgbẹ́ kínní ìwà èmi lọ́kàn. Yes, I'm a president. Ṣé ń tọ́kàn yìí náà lélẹ́yìí? Ẹ ń sọ níjọ́ rẹ̀ yín àfà. Ẹ kó tí a jáde. Ẹ kó Kùránì jáde. Wọ́n kó débẹ̀. Ẹ débẹ̀ tán. My president, mi sorry láti sọ, ẹ ti sọra yín di wàhálà fún gbogbo Nàìjíríà. Ẹ sọra yín di wàhálà, ẹ ti sọra yín di ẹkún. Wallahi tallahi Rabbul Kaaba. In anybody rò kọ́ ni wọ́n bá lọ́dọ̀ yín. Èmi tẹ́mi ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí, mo kọ̀mándì àti ìyàwó àtọmọ àti gbogbo ọmọ kí omi pátá. Pé Tinubu ni ẹ tẹ̀ka fún. Tá a bá mọ̀ pé ní ìdààmú àti ìfòòró lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wá sí, ta ni ó tẹ̀ka fún yín? Báàgì ráìsì di 55,000 lórí pẹ̀lẹ́ ẹ̀yọ oxygen bí oxygen lẹ́sìn pè ní. Àmọ́ ọkọ̀ abú tẹ̀ ń sọ. Epo di 600. Àwọn wèrè kan wọ́n ní ká ṣe sùúrù di oṣù mẹ́fà. Ṣé ẹ̀fẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ń tọ́ bá bàjẹ́ láàrin oṣù kan èèyàn lè mọ́ nílẹ̀ bá máa ti kú láyé. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. President Bola Ahmed.
How many times would they tell you before you know that Nigeria is not for you? Ah! Now they never leave you. They have left you behind. Photo, not be juju be that. Sorry, oh. May God not allow them, make them kill you. 7.
Yeah, God, no allow them, make them kill you. Now the prayer I can offer to you, brethren, if you are still living in denial or you are beginning to see the light. This week, before I decide to take calls, okay, I need to also put you on alert. This week, we are expecting the FBI files to land. But we know that Tinubu is trying to delay it until that weekend. Okay? And delay it till November. But tomorrow morning, say low, like Yemi will say. You know Yemi. Yemi was my great grandma. Dogbolu. So instead of her to tell you that, you need to wake up. The way she tells you how to wake up very early tomorrow, she will tell you that low is that that early morning prayer, the first morning call from the mosque, the one that will wake everybody up like Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, like very early in the morning. Low, that's what my Yemi called low. So low, ma show you Yemi. A quick one though, just a bit on. That's my Yemi in the middle. Now me, they right. Now my Yegun, they right. Now my sister, they left. Tosin. So that's Tosin on the left. That is Yemi, the woman that actually really raised me, you can say. So like I told you, I grew up in the midst of old people. When I say old people, I'm talking about people who say You go they check them if they are still alive. You know that kind of people. They are old. And as a boy, sometimes you'll be calling them. Eleja, Eleja. That is a fish seller. Eleja. And they won't answer. And you have to go there and open the eye and be like, Eleja, Kefe, what do you want? And then you begin to say, Eleja, I've been calling you since, and you didn't answer. That kind of old people. Now, that kind of people I lived with, I grew up with in Odogbolu. Or it's just a little bit of a digression, so don't worry. I love sharing that, and I love all of you seeing her face. She's dead now. She died at the age of 106. We don't get her birth certificate, too, but we believe that she lived that long, you know, because our own children, they were like old. So that's Yemi. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to use the word of Yemi tonight. And that is, you see this week that we have now arrived in, which is the week that is the last week of October, or almost, no, not last week of October. I'm going to 22nd. Okay. Well, anyway, it's crucial, ma tell you. Crucial. Because low in America tomorrow, very early tomorrow in America, they are going to have to decide the day that FBI will deliver the thing where we don't wait for all this while. And then we want to see how Tinubu is also going to, you know what I mean, like maneuver that as well. We'll see. And we want to see how Nigerians are also going to deal with it too. I want to see. Some people said nothing go up. Mayego said fine, but now this week, all of us they expect. This same week from tomorrow morning, it's also low, very early tomorrow morning. They will begin to figure out who and who are going to be replaced. I mean, going to be the names that are going to replace the names of the Chief Justices that have now recused themselves from hearing Atiku and Obi's case on Monday. They haven't announced that they have changed the date, but they have not also announced that they have also filled the replacements, because Kolu need all of them to come together this week. It is very important. Supreme Court must sit down this week. And it is tomorrow. So you see, we don't know where that is going to head. A lot of people believe that now tomorrow they go throw the case out. Say, no. Throw the case out, bow. And this rule now, judgment, Lola, no. Now hearing, you go, anyway, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow, and this week. Get yourselves ready from Monday. In case if you need to begin to stockpile food, I will advise you to. A lot of people believe that now wait till they hold Nigeria still for now. We say you never hear the gas boost yet, despite the economic hardship and the sufferings that people are really going through. The one that a lot of you believe that people are not acting. Why are people silent? Why are people quiet? A lot of them are saying they are waiting for Supreme Court. So we all are waiting for Supreme Court then. So this week may be the week of the Supreme Court, except something changes. Remember, Tinubu is trying to stop the FBI from releasing those documents. And he didn't want to take any chances. And that is why he's also asking the Supreme Court of Nigeria to decide this thing. No, we'll just forget this thing. And he can face whatever FBI release after that. Sure, you understand? Now, this week, I believe, I thought that you should be aware of that. So what else do I need to remind you of? I also need to remind you that a woman is crying for help. A woman is crying for help because she did a business with the Minister of Works in Nigeria, the former governor of Ebonyi State, Devil Humayi. And you know one thing about me, you can call it being biased, okay? When I listen to victims of Nigeria criminals, and I believe them. Am I going to let us hear the other side of the story? Which other side? I don't have time for other side of the story, because if you have been burnt by these criminals before, when you see people who they are victims too, You don't need to hear the other side of the story. Devoluma, you don't dupe one woman, and it was like a punishment, by the way. You know, all of them where they seek contract from governments, governors, politicians, Abi. A lot of people who they abuse us, who they attack us on social media for Tinubu and all of these criminals. Majority of them too, no, they are not members of APCO. They are the will-be contractors. Many of them are already waiting for their own payment from some of these criminals and their government across Nigeria. And if you all say, "Mo will break it up, Mo will do this and that," these people go believe say their money don't go be that. So they want you to keep the status quo. They want you to be praying for them. They want you to come united. They don't want us to fight. They don't want us to chase them. Let us just pray for them. Okay? Because majority of them now contractors to some of these criminals. Or they are would-be contractors. They are watching me too. What is your conscience telling you? Mayegun, please don't go there. Mayegun, please, continue. Don't talk about me. Abi, you realize I don't talk about you. Abi, now your business you they do now. You they collect contracts, steady, PDP, APC. We don't know what you they supply you, but you not the biggest supplier. Every time all of us they shout, say, this will be criminal. This will be criminal. You self go they shout down with us. Mayegun, this country is so bad. Mayegun, let me tell you something. I'm a businesswoman, and I can tell you our business has been suffering. I just want us to believe that Nigeria can still work if all of us can work together. But when I don't talk about you, because it is true, you know what I mean? Like a lot of people, you'll be wondering, why are you so tensed? Do you stand to gain anything from these criminals that you are defending them? No, me, I'm not supporting APCO. Me, I don't even like Tinubu. I did not even vote for him. But I just want all of us to just know that since he's now the president, we will just accept it and move on. For the sake of Nigeria, Olofo, now your contract you to protect, Abi. Your payment, Abi. Anyway, sorry if I go too far because I wanted to pity this woman and I'm actually sorry for her. She did a project or a contract for Devoluma. And they said Devoluma said the delivered project or the delivered whatever did not meet the standard. So he therefore didn't pay her the full money. He paid her half. First, he denied that he didn't know her. But when the pressure comes too much, and the woman they present evidence of where Devoluma he told her that he is not going to pay her. I'm not going to pay you because you didn't do the good job. Okay, I won't pay you. And if you dare try to go to the public and begin to try to mess up my name, I can kill you and nothing will happen. The woman, they show evidence. Now, so Devoluma, you can say, okay, I know her. She didn't do a good job. So I paid her half price. The woman said, no chishi, no shishi. Person will be billionaire, we don't steal so much money. God knows how much, she didn't mention the how much. But she's so concerned that she cannot be cheated. She's legit. She's doing everything legitimately. She's not a money launderer. She's not this or that. Made Devoluma pay her. I think you should watch and listen. You said be the judge.
Just yesterday, I received a voice note. You know, people have been talking to him. He said he knows me and that he gave me a job to produce corporate gift for him. But that when he received the goods, it did not meet up to specification and he paid me half of the money. Since I was born, I have never received a kobo from David Umahi. Oga Minister, you are in a position that a lot of people look up to you. Sir, if you know how you pay me, provide the evidence and come and tell Nigerians. And I want you to come and tell Nigerians how I insulted you. Because I've spoken all my truths. I've told my own side of the story. Engineer David Umahi, come out and tell your own side of the story. I'll be posting the text message where this man said he is going to, one day, he will teach me a lesson for insulting him. He told me over the phone that he will kill me. And if I make any mistake, I enter a boy, that he's going to eliminate me. This David Umahi that is not a minister. These are the type of people we are whining and dining with in this country. They don't fear God. Human life means nothing to them. If you're a legal person, they will frustrate you. The reason why you see them, they are not standing up for me. They are not fighting. They are not talking about this now. He's seen it at the House of Rep is because nobody is calling him to order. It's because one. I'm not drug trafficking. If I was into drug trafficking, I have godfathers that will be talking everywhere. If I was into prostitution now, you see, they'll start standing up for me, sleeping with their husbands, leaving my own husband to sleep around with their own husband. You see, I have people that will stand in for me. Because I'm not into money laundering. And I'm not laundering money. I'm covering it with build and sell and all this small business that they're using to deceive youth. Nobody's standing up for me. But let me tell you something, sir. You will pay me my money. What you owe me is 25.4 million, but what you're going to pay me is 150 million. Because you have all this money for 9 years. You told me that you teach me a lesson. I'm going to post the evidence now so Nigerians can read for themselves. You have already taught me a lesson. 9 years is not 9 days. Do you know what I would have done with that money for those 9 years? You've scattered the business capital. You've destroyed it. Just yesterday.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
what
shall I say? Thank you,
Thank you, Lord. No, against you, madam. If you are watching my broadcast, I'm just thanking Lord for you that you are still alive 9 years after, and you are still so bold. And I believe you. And I believe you will get your money. 125 million. Oh, you know, Paul. But I cannot be asking her what she sold to Umayi 9 years ago before Umayi became governor. Sure, you understand? So that would be like at the pork nose. But when I saw a video, I was like, oh, poor woman. Nigeria don't happen to this one, Tete, but she's still there, strong, fighting it and all of that. I don't know for how long ago. But if any politician say, Ingo teach you a lesson in Nigeria, believe him, oh. My brother, believe him, oh. If you can run, oh. If you have anything to fight with, begin your own fight and get ready, oh. No, they talk, say that you cannot do anything for me. They go do 10, oh. They go do 10, 100, oh. I was talking to Irumole the other day because, somebody who put him in a very bad place because of money and all that. However, and I said, he lost money. The people he knows lost money. To somebody, all of them knows. And because majority of those who lost their money to this person, they get to know him through this my person Irumole. So what happened? A typical Nigeria way. He was so shocked when that happened that he hurriedly left Nigeria because he lives here. He already left Nigeria and returned back here just to kind of process it. And he said he never felt like himself since then. Like, it's not because of that money, but it's because of the betrayer. I said, Baba, thank you, star. Because in Nigeria, way me I know, person who stole money from all of you, at first, you see those people that he collected the money from, somehow, they will begin to say, well, it's your friend, since you are around, and they know that you have the capacity to pay back the money, okay? They will say, may they arrest you. Now, from police station, you go to hear say, they go your house, go search your house. So you are not the one who offended anybody. You came from the UK to Nigeria, and then you heard that your pal has swindled other people, including yourself. I said in Nigeria, nobody, na person where they call accused. Victims, they take blames. Whether you are a big man or you are a small man, it doesn't matter. In fact, that you have money will even make you an easy target. By the time they say, oh yeah, lock it up. Oh yeah, Timo sell. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? That's what they do. So if Nigerian politicians say, I will teach you a lesson, Baba, shout as much as you can and run if you can, as fast as you can. And if you can't run, that you really know how to fight, you better begin to get ready. Don't look at it and say, What can you do? You cannot do anything anyway. I don't know if you need my advice. Everybody, life, they teach everybody the lesson of how to actually relate with people. If you are relating with criminal politicians, you will get burnt. Okay, just know that. Some people will say they cash out. Others will tell you that they were crashed out. And that woman, I hope she gets her money. Remember this.
On this note, that we yet again call on President Bola A. Tinubu to follow the example of Atiku Abubakar, to clear the air about the doubts and kurukere about his past, just as we have done, openly, publicly, and we took the pains to go to Lagos, his own Lagos, where he ruled and superintended and has been lord over for over 23 years. Since Lagos is his domain, we ask Bola A. Tinubu to boldly walk into Government College Lagos and make available to the world, just as we have done today, a copy of the 1970 certificate with which he sought admission into the Chicago State University. He may as well tell us the business center inside Oluwole Market in Lagos, where the document, the certificate was printed and given to Chicago State University, or where that certificate was gotten from, which was presented to the Independent National Electoral Commission. And if assuming the president is afraid to come out clean, because we can only assume at this point that Bola A. Tinubu has some skeleton in his closet or his cupboard, he should feel free to confide in us. You don't.
I will not allow you to. Hey, help me, 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 help me. If they carry me, they go, we are not know. Help me,
That's exactly what Tinubu feel like. Help me, help me, help me. They know they carry me, they go where I don't know. They say me I go bring certificate of 1970 Government College, Ibadan. I mean, Lagos, Jadeo. So we are also going to witness and see how that goes this week. I thought I should remind you. I think I'll leave the rest for my chat with everybody who is going to have a chance of calling in, okay? I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea. Now, there is something... Okay, it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, I will leave it and let it pass to... Okay, I'm still going to talk about it, but I'll go make myself a cup of tea. Now, when I get back, I'll take calls and I'll tell you my mind. You know what to do. You need to like the broadcast. That's your own offering, okay? Like it, share it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And when I get back, I'll begin to take a course, right? I like saying that again and again and again. Yeah, I'll be back. I have a call out. Sorry, guys. I saw my dodo in the kitchen, so I started munching some of them. In case if you see my lips, hello there.
Hello, my
Hello, sir. Is that Tokes?
always.
Is that Tokes? Yeah.
Yes, talks always.
Tokumbo. Sir, it's been a long time. How are you?
Yeah, I've always been here. I was watching after the fact. It's busy at work.
You.
Um, it's my you know the only reason I called tonight was just to say thank you and to say what you do is great. My fear is that
You know what?
the
You
way
know
they
the
came
rules,
for
so you might need to mute that broadcast or move away from it completely
no,
so that we can talk. Yeah, I could still
is
hear
it better
myself. By
now?
the way, yeah. Thank you.
Is it better now?
I think it is. Yeah, please.
All right. Okay, great stuff. Um, my fear is that you are the only living legend allowing people to know what people are going through in Nigeria. It's unfortunate that we are here now and we have only one truth sayer left. Mazin Amdi can do this bit. Oloye Sunday Igboho did this bit. Now we have Maegun, the only voice that we have. It's unfortunate that a lot of Nigerians can't see what we're going through. And I dream of a Nigeria that is a great country. And where we are now, Maegun, is despicable. I planned my own retirement at 45, but that wasn't true. But we're here now.
Yeah.
This is now. This is real. My ego is telling us the truth. Let people listen. Let people see it. I didn't call tonight because of the program or Nigeria or anything. I just called tonight to say thank you, Omobadero.
Thank you very much as well for it.
Thank you so much for everything you're doing and the revelation you're creating. I listen to you every single day. A couple of days ago, you dropped bombshells. David Udehi is a great man.
Yes.
And what he has done for us and this generation of Gen Z. Meanwhile, Maegun, can you go and read about the Gen X? We are the Gen X.
Yeah.
I will send you something on WhatsApp about the Gen X. We were the original generation for the Gen Z came. My children are Gen Z, and I fear for them because of all this nonsense that is going on. I would not look at my age now. I would not live to see my children in a situation where Nigeria has messed up everything.
Or the trajectory that Nigeria is going right now. Anybody that has children will be worried, even if you think you have everything right now to care for them. But the way it's going,
I am super worried because when I look at my kids, I tell them Nigeria is a great country. Yoruba land. I will say this again. Yoruba land is a great country. Forget Nigeria. Nigeria is not a country. Nigeria is dead a long time ago. Yoruba land is a great country. When you see the Yoruba culture and the Igbo culture, and even the northern part of Nigeria, the culture they have there, we've never been a democracy. We've been a monarchy than anything else. And that's how we run our lives 24/7. But now they brought democracy in our country, massively successfully. My God bless my brother, massively successful. But we're here now, and they tell me that my own daughter. You see, my ego. So my leg bone that you talk about in London.
You remember that day now?
Some of them told me, yeah, I know, I was there.
And acting
my ego, they told me I could not be king in my own community. And I said, why not? He said, because you are not full Yoruba. And I said, no, you've lost the history. The history says that in Edo land, what Nnamdi Kanu said was Igodomi Igodo was the beginning of the source of the Igbos and the Yorubas. I said I came from the source, but if you don't read your history very well, then you've lost yourself. Now, before I go, I keep telling people a man or a woman who doesn't know their lineage, their history, is lost.
It's lost, no doubt.
I know mine. I know mine.
I do too.
And I will stand by it 24/7. Ọmọ Bádéró ni ẹ́,
Talks.
mi ì fẹ́ sọ ìdílé tèmi ti wá, but ìlú tí wọ́n ti wá lèmi ti lọ sí ilé ìwé.
That's right.
Jẹ́ ká sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ọmọ Eégún mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀
So
o.
we are àwa dàbí abẹ́rẹ́ tó lókun dì ní àdẹ̀ní jẹ́ kí ọmọ àwọn ọmọ ìrankíran kan wá pàtàn fáwa. At least àwa lábẹ́rẹ́ àmì abẹ́rẹ́ ni wá àdẹ̀ lókun dì. Àníbi tá ti wá, àníbi tá ti ṣe
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni
wá.
ọmọ àgbà
Ṣé you get so
ọmọ àgbà ni
àwọn
ọ.
ọmọ
Ọmọ
ìrankíran
àgbà
àwọn
ni
tó
ọ.
tẹ̀ níran gan ni. Àríbi tá máa trace wọn lọ.
Ọmọ àgbà ni
Ìrágbèjì
ẹ.
ni o.
Ọmọ
Kìnìún
àgbà ni ẹ.
Talks.
Well,
Thank
it's
you very
nothing
much.
again. Hey, brother, good night.
You have
Have
a
a
good
good
one,
day.
sir. Yeah,
Thank you
nice
so
one. Now I have another caller on the line on the side here. Hello there.
Hello, good evening, Mr. Mayor.
Good evening to you, sir. What?
This is Dagada on the line.
I was trying to grasp that rather. So, don't gather. How are you, Baba?
I'm fine. How is the family?
Well, we thank God, though. I mean, we can't complain. Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
How
We
is
thank
yours?
God
How
for
is
life.
everyone?
We thank God for life, my brother.
Fantastic. Please.
Getting through these days is like Nigeria preparing for war to Niger.
I know they say it's somehow it's easier to become Nigeria president in what Nigeria has become today to easily get connected to Mayegun, and that is an exaggeration. It can be somehow.
Telling you.
Eh?
I'm telling you.
How are you doing?
But
I mean,
I'm fine. But
you are here.
that's by the what I want to say today is going to be briefly, because waking up every day to hear about the happenings in Nigeria and how people support the evil and all that. Well, I'm not going to say that I'm surprised, because the way they ignorantly support their pastors and imams and all that, so that made me not to be surprised in whatever Nigeria is supporting today. But I have one thing to tell them. Buhari was a tyrant. He brought back all the oppressing. Like when you try to criticize or even say something about him that he doesn't like, he will arrest you and all that.
That's right.
But Tinubu is a strategist on what he does best, and we all know what he does best. When he came in as a president, he said he's going to run a unified Nigeria. So, but when he talk in that
Government of
aspect, I don't
national
think
unity. That's what they said they were trying to do.
I don't think Nigerians get his point, because for me, if you look into the political system of Nigeria today, there is nothing like opposition any longer. It was even little during the Buhari regime. But I can tell Nigerians today that if Tinubu succeeded in oppressing everybody, Atiku and Obi today, there will not be anything opposition in Nigeria any longer. There will not be anybody to speak for him, because according to him, he believed that every Nigeria has a price. Most especially the political ones, because everybody that stand up today to run for election in Nigeria, he knows what he's going there for. He's not going there to do anything for any Nigeria, rather for himself and the family. So he knows that all of them has a price. So he's not bothered about. He's worried is why is P2B rejecting his offers and all that. He's not even so much worried about Atiku. And once he defeats Obi in the court, Nigerians should know that whether you are APC, PDP, TAT, ADC, that nobody is there to speak for you again. You are going to be oppressed. You are going to be deprived of your right. The answers they protested against is going to be little to what they are going to see. And I must say that at this point in time, this is the moment I regret the president not having Nnamdi Kanu, because he was going to be the only one to protect this guy David Hunde. He was going to come out for him, and I am very sure when I said that. And again, he was going to be the only one to speak for Nigerians. Mayogun, these people that said they are afraid of Nigeria, I can tell you that today, Nigeria has been divided into three nations without nobody dividing it.
Really?
Their trucks cannot come. Yes, I'm telling you now, trucks cannot come from northern Nigeria to eastern Nigeria. Trucks that are bringing food, the road has been divided into two from that's a boundary between Benue and the Enugu state. Some trucks are stuck there for over 2 weeks. The food that they were bringing to eastern part have all spoiled. You come through the west, the same thing is happening in Edo State. Is almost cutting off from the west too. So, and I am very sure that I'm very sure that most of these political allies don't know about this, because they always fly with a aeroplane and the helicopter wherever they are transporting themselves to. So the Nigeria they are even running away from dividing is already divided automatically into three. So I just want to say this to Nigerians: if they don't want to rise up, they are waiting for opposition. During Jonathan, it was opposition that rose against his this thing, and Larry all around Nigeria. Today, there is no opposition in Nigeria. Nigerians are the
everybody is
opposition.
fighting to take their own bite now.
Thank you. And if they don't want to rise, we are all going to stay behind and watch the movie at its display. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Don Gada. I have another caller on the line here. Hello there.
Hello, good evening.
Princess Balogun. How are you, ma'am?
Yeah, Baba. Oh, I'm gentle though.
Well, it's good to hear from you.
How is everybody? How have you been?
Well, we thank God, though. Thank you.
Yeah. My God, there are so many things, yeah. These things are just happening sporadically, yeah. But we can't do much about it. Have you noticed that there has not been any kind of protest lately?
Well, we all have seen that we've not really had any major one, and likely be none.
So if this court judgment from the US should come up, nothing will happen.
You think so?
You know why,
Tell us.
Because the people sponsoring the protest are the ones in power now. They are the ones in power now. If you notice this generation, when Tokumbo was talking earlier, he was talking about Gen X and Gen Z and something. And I was just laughing. You see the generation of the men in their 60s, yeah? There is nothing going on with them, Omaigo.
What do you mean?
Hello?
I'm with you.
There is nothing happening with them. Okay. The generations of Tinubu, the names that we've heard, in fact, the names they heard while they were growing up, it's still the names we are hearing, the likes of Akintola and Awolowo. That's what we are still hearing now. So their generation has been wasted generation. Nothing happened. Nobody made any name. They only came up with thieves and hooligans and hoodlums and jump fuckers. Nobody made any name from that generation. Nobody. So if there is not, in fact, our generation is better. David is coming up, David Hunde is coming up, you're there, Yele is there, people are there coming up and they are standing by the truth. The generation of the men in their 60s is wasted. It is.
And they are mostly the ones who are now making life hell for us now, saying that
in fact, Baba, they had everything on the planet of God. They had free education. They basically knew when they were going to buy their first car.
Before they left secondary schools.
Exactly, before they left university or whatever college they went to, their jobs were already waiting for them. They knew that their first salary, they could use their second, third salary to get a car.